Because you know how there's like two buttons on the top of my toilet?
Yes.
One's for poop, one's
Which is
for poop.
which is like a California thing in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I was
Makes
dating
sense.
someone once, they were like, I just always press both buttons because I don't know which one is which.
What?
Like on my toilet, they were just pressing both of the buttons because they
But
couldn't
on
figure out
your
which one.
toilet, there's a bigger button and there's a smaller button, so it seems pretty intuitive.
I know.
Wow.
It's As Seen on TC with your hosts, T and C.
Okay. Begin, host.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of As Seen on TC with your host, TNC. I am Chaz, joined by,
Tiff.
as always, how you feeling, Tiff?
Yeah, you know, feeling good. I'm feeling good. We're seeing Jackass tonight.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm glad you mentioned it now because I might have forgot to mention it in the end.
It's very important information.
But you'll hear our thoughts next week, for sure.
We haven't even said our thoughts on Jackass in general.
Yeah, maybe that's next week.
Yeah.
At least
yeah.
half of it. Yeah.
We can do that.
I want to start with follow-up from episode 2 and maybe even some from episode 1.
I would like to just say that also I'm really in this theme of titling my notes. So I wrote Much to Learn, Young Padawan.
There's been a reckoning and an awakening, and there's still much to learn. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you have any follow-up?
So I have a lot of like Valco follow-up. Also, a lot of what I said was proven to be false. But I will get into that. But I think when I was re-listening to the pod number 2, the main thing that stuck out to me was in the beginning you said, I don't have anyone who needs justice in my story. And there was someone who got shot in your story. That was the biggest thing for me.
Okay, well, that is my first note, so I guess we can get into that. Episode 2, quick recap. There was this chess boxer who at one point was an undefeated British welterweight. He retired, and then it came out that he had developed epilepsy. But then years later, at age 56, he becomes chess boxing welterweight champion. And I'm pretty sure that was his one and only chess boxing match. The only reason we brought him up, his name was Terry Marsh. The only reason we brought him up was because he was a chess boxer. And he was the first professional to cross over into chess boxing. But on his Wikipedia, they showed that he retired in 87. In 89, his former manager was shot twice and lost alone, I think.
Yeah, but we didn't want justice for him.
But survive. Yes. So I said nobody needs justice in my story when Frank Warren definitely did, even though he had a lot of enemies, so people couldn't figure it out. And also, I wrote down, thinking more about it, I was like, Terry Marsh could have a motive as a guy who retires undefeated. Turns out he has epilepsy. Former manager, it's possible that former manager fucked him out, screwed him.
Fucked him right up the ass.
Oh my God. I was like, I don't know why I tried to go back and censor myself, but fucked him out of money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then he's got the libel suit against him, and he's not getting any money. And and you talk about people getting mad. It's like, okay, he kind of did have a motive. But then I also thought about the police. I always think about the police motives.
Yeah.
Making sure to take an innocent man and put him in jail for a year without any evidence.
The guy who got shot was not the art installation guy, right? Or was he?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Totally different guy. And I made a note about that too. His name was Yeppe Rubing with a B.
Oh.
I kept saying Ruping.
Probably your notes. I
think I did, right? Ruping.
P's can easily.
I also think Yeppe.
P's.
I just wanted to repeat the P. Yeppe Rubing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yes, Frank Warren did need justice. Now, I have follow-up on that, though.
Okay.
So, Frank Warren survived, still alive. I said that Terry Marsh was like 70 something. No, Terry Marsh is in his 60s now. Frank Warren is in his 70s. Still involved in boxing at a pretty high level, associated with Tyson Fury. I know you don't know who that is, but like in terms of boxing, one of the superstars of boxing right now.
Mm-hmm.
He did an interview within the last few years where he said that he says he knows who did it.
Oh.
And he says that karma came to that guy, and in his eyes, it sounds like he got justice.
Also, I wonder if you can hear Kim snoring in the background. He's so handsome. What happened to him? I said, you said he got his karma. So I said, what happened to him?
Frank Warren says that. He says he knows who it is, and basically that guy's doing so.
Those are all the deets he gave?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he didn't snitch on the guy.
Guy doesn't want to spill the tea.
Does he know for sure? I also wonder that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
But yeah, that's the update. Yeah, I claim nobody in my story needed justice. There was a guy who needed justice, but
he got it.
In his eyes, he got it.
Yeah,
and hell, he's still walking around and yeah, and still in boxing.
Okay.
And then Wu-Tang Clan, we talked about if they were comic book fans, and then I forgot that Ghostface Killah, his first album was called Iron Man, and that's like one of his nicknames.
Well, I remember specifically you said they are. You were like, when I was like, oh, they sound like avid comic book readers, and you were like, oh, well, they probably are, just not like niche French ones. Was like your response, which makes sense. Yeah, you probably did know, but in the moment you were like, yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and at least Ghostface Killah, who ironically is maybe the main Wu-Tang member when it comes to the mystery of chess boxing, because he took his name from the villain.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an important one.
Okay.
You can develop epilepsy from concussive head trauma.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
So it's it's hard not to think. You
can also develop it from gross or that makes sense. It's hard not to think that he lived a life of a boxer or whatever and wasn't, or training even, and just that's, it still sucks.
It's hard not to associate his boxing career with the epilepsy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So he probably developed epilepsy from too many hits in the head, possibly. Yeah.
And this is just connecting things to make a narrative. Yeah, that, and also if you want to connect that to his motive for going after his manager who maybe screwed him out of money.
You're right.
But Terry Marsh seems to be doing well, though, relatively. So I would imagine that who Frank Warren is talking about is not Terry Marsh,
Right.
I feel like I didn't get enough into the psychology of chess boxing, just the idea that it's an intellectual game, and in between the intellectual game, you're trying to hit your opponent in the head and kind of dumb them down for the chess.
Huh.
It wasn't until re-listening that I realized that L-I, love interest. I thought we were saying ally.
I said in the beginning when I said ally, I said love interest.
Yeah.
And then I was just referring to allies, and then you were saying ally the whole time. That's actually really great. I was start calling them that. My allies, my boys.
Okay, I don't know if you noticed this, but it makes me laugh every time I hear it. At one point, you said love and deep spacement.
I was making it. Sometimes, I feel like linguistically, I'm not the greatest.
No, that was the only thing the whole episode that I thought was really funny. Yes,
I merged two words together.
Love and deep space.
I think they made a statement. Yeah,
love and deep space statement.
Yes, yes.
Love and deep spacement.
Yeah, and sometimes when I get excited about a subject, I feel like I kind of skip over the words and I just get really into it.
Yeah,
but I don't really. Yeah. That's just me.
I feel like if somebody wasn't totally actively listening, they wouldn't have even caught it.
Well, also, I noticed a couple times when I was talking where I would really fuck up a word. Like when I was like, oh, he's such a Chaz instead of Chad.
That was one of the funniest moments of the pod.
I said, I was referring to sexual assault and I said rapism. I think there were more, but I was trying not to focus too much on that because I will be doing that probably every episode where I make mistakes like that. Yeah. I think that's just the way it is, man.
And we debated rapism in case.
Yeah.
But it was more just the verbal flub that was funny.
Yeah.
And it's also not a totally inaccurate, I don't know.
Yeah.
Way to describe like rape culture, I guess. Like it sounds like it could be a word.
It sounds like it could be a word.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is.
No. Okay, this was another funny one, and
oh
no. At one point, instead of saying Chinese people, you said Chinese characters.
Was I talking about the LIs?
No, but I think that's where the mix-up happened.
Jesus.
it was funny.
I'm canceled already.
No, it was funny.
Yeah, you want me to give a quick little update on Valco right now? Because I do have some Love and Deep Space updates and where we're at now. And yeah, like I said, a lot of the stuff turns out that it was media skewing the story or like, misunderstandings, mistranslations, people jumping ahead of the story and like assuming the wrong things and then it rolling into a whole new thing. It just a lot of snowballing, I guess. Yeah. And also people were kind of like panicking because like they were like, we need Valco. Or like we hate Valco. So it was like such a strong, intense moment. And since I think the company itself was not really talking about it, I think people just kind of spiraled.
Yeah.
They were trying to take like hints from like them like deleting, posts on TikTok and Instagram, but not deleting on Twitter. They'd be like, oh, he's coming back because you can only archive on Instagram and TikTok, but you can't archive on Twitter. So if they delete it there, it's going to be permanent forever. Yeah. So like a lot of stuff like that was just like speculation.
Yeah.
But what are your questions referring to?
Okay, well,
in particular.
Let's see if we have an answer to this one. So, are we not getting the kitchen?
We got the kitchen. The update did happen on July 9th. Okay, yeah. So here, let me get into what I have. So the update for Love and Deep Space, the 6.0 update did come out on July 9th, but just did not include Valco. But yet it was 27 gigabytes to update the app. 27. I had to delete all. See, I just did it again. I said I had to delete, or I had to delete. That's what I said. What? I said I had to delete. I had to delete.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah, I know, but I just merged the words.
I think maybe just in day-to-day life, I just know what you're saying. So
you never correct
when I'm listening back. Oh, if I corrected you every time, that'd be rude as hell.
Okay, so basically they came out with the 6.0 update. We got the kitchen, which honestly, it's not worth 27 gigabytes. I don't even think I really needed the kitchen.
That's all an update?
There were a couple things. Okay, so here. I have a list of the 6.0 updates and changes that Love and Deep Space had. Now I'm thinking too much about my words. Love and Deep Space had done. First of all, the 731 number was not actually even in Valco's story. It was actually in one of Xavier's stories, and they removed it, and they're going to change it and put it back. There's been a couple of memories that they've been censoring. So basically on the new update, minor things have changed. If you're not really paying attention, then like you probably wouldn't notice it, but there's very minor changes. I think it's called The World Underneath. They removed one of Xavier's stories, which had the reference to the 731 number. They also canceled their appearance at Biblio World, the huge convention, and then they offered to compensate Love and Deep Space players for their travel costs and stuff that they accrued by like reserving spots at this like convention and stuff.
Yeah.
But they canceled their whole thing. They were like, we're not ready yet. I actually like have a screenshot of the statement that I want to read because it's crazy. They said, recently, Love and Deep Space has garnered widespread attention from all sectors of society, causing significant distress to all players and creating a negative impact. For this, we are deeply remorseful. We have no excuses and must only reflect deeply, confront our own issues, and proactively take responsibility, offering our sincerest apologies to everyone.
Oh my God, this sounds like a man's
it's
like
so weird. It's so
apology.
formal. It's so formal too.
But it's also very personal. They're talking about like introspection.
Yeah. We sincerely accept all criticism and corrections regarding the issues exposed and will not evade responsibility. We will use reference for history, protection of national sentiment, and the preservation of Chinese culture as our benchmarks to comprehensively conduct staff training and self-correction. So they canceled the convention so that they could do this. They were like, we're not fully prepared. I'm paraphrasing this next part. We've decided to not participate in Biblio World 2026. Sorry for disappointing. And then it says we'll compensate for all the losses, yada yada. So yeah, so some of the changes also, like the game has become a little more censored. Some of the memories were changed. February 14th of I think 2024, 2025. They released a Catch 22 memory set, and basically like all the boys were like going crazy and you had to like tie them up and they looked like they were in bondage kind of thing. That's what like the memory was. And a lot of people really liked it because they all had wolf cuts. But there were numbers and like barcodes on the boys. It's hard to explain, but basically they removed these numbers and barcodes. Like they made like very slight changes to like the old memories that have come out a long time ago when they re-uploaded the app, like, or when they updated the app. Like they made a lot of changes. We also found out that Lads was a victim of like a smear campaign from another company where the other company hired bots to comment all these things of like all of the references I made in the last one being like this was messed up, the 731, the like take a bath in the pot. Basically all the bots were like spamming that stuff and being like this is domestic abuse, blah blah blah, all that. So the Chinese government was actually arresting people for like creating these bots and creating hate and like unsafe speculation and stuff like that. And also, Chinese media has been representing Lads as like glorifying this aggression and glorifying like domestic abuse. So the Chinese government got involved, and then Lads basically just used Valco as a scapegoat to completely get rid of Valco and then be like, look, we're changing in accordance to like all the problems that we've been having. Some people are saying that like the actual wording of like the some kind of like law or something says that they only had to remove the problematic parts, but yet Love and Deep Space removed the whole thing. But in the 6.0 update, I guess the app has been so glitchy and someone found the code on the back end and found out that Valco's still in there. They've just locked the code from being like inside the game so that like no one can view any of the Valco things, but yet the 6.0 update, they couldn't just redo the whole thing. So they just locked the Valco segments. So the app has been so glitchy. And at this point, it has like 70 gigabytes on my phone. It's crazy. It's like that's what's taking up all the gigabytes on my phone.
That's insane.
And I can no longer play on my old iPhone SE. It won't update the app. So I used to just play on my old iPhone that like it only works on Wi-Fi now, but now I can't because now I can't update it. So basically, also I wanted to tell you that that there were a whole bunch of fundraisers and stuff where like a lot of the US players were saving up money and sending them to like wolf sanctuaries, and they saved up enough money to do a Bring Balco Back billboard at NYC, like the Times Square. And they did a whole bunch of stuff like that. And the Chinese media was spinning it as American players just throwing money at Valco and like trying to raise money for Valco, even though I don't even know where that would be going. But they're like spinning it as American players just spending money on like basically the same thing that like, you know, the Chinese servers were accused of like bots for like bringing back Valco or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this got so crazy. And all I wanted to do was play with the little wolf man. That's all I wanted.
I mean, Instagram is 1.5 gigs.
Okay, so Love and Deep Space is 38 gigabytes for me right now, but that's only because I deleted the app to download the updated version. If I remember when I deleted it, it was at 69 gigabytes, and that's because I have a bunch of portraits I've shot of the boys and like other stuff like that that was saved like locally on my phone.
Yeah.
It was 69 gigabytes, but look
course it was.
Look at the red bar. That's Love in Deep Space.
Holy shit.
All the other stuff is like just things I need.
Insane.
I had deleted all my texts, all my photos. The next biggest app I have is 4 gigabytes and it's OneDrive.
Okay, so at one point you said that you don't judge Caleb mains.
No.
I just want to speak for myself and say that I judge Caleb mains.
Yeah, so I think it's really hard for me because I have a brother.
Yeah.
To me, that's like really gross. With peace and love. Like, I can't imagine. But it's a common trope. Like, I feel like that stepsister, stepbrother thing. Like, you go to Pornhub, the fucking whole first page is like, stepbro does this, stepsis does this. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I'm not going to judge. I guess they're not technically related. But, like, to me, it's gross. I feel like a lot of the Caleb mains are also
of familial boundaries there.
Well, I feel like a lot of the Caleb mains are also single children, so they don't even understand the concept sometimes.
Like, or they want to fuck their brother.
What is it called? Only child? Only child, yeah.
And then everybody has 2 names?
No, well, so there's their Chinese names, and then there's like their yeah, I noticed I made that mistake too. I said Ao Yen, but that's so Xavier even has a Chinese name too. And I don't know all of their like original names. I just remember they came out with Falco, and some people were calling him Ao Yin, and some people were calling him Falco. Yeah. So I feel like I just miscommunicated that part.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I have some things that I'm not sure what they mean.
Okay, hit me.
I mean, you said they're all humans.
Yes. Yeah, but I just didn't want to completely get into the lore. So there are these things called protocores that give them special powers. Protocore for the main character, it is she can resonate with basically everyone else. So all of the boys have a special power, and then she can resonate with them to make it like stronger, or develop it, or like help them contain it, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So Zane has ice, and she has to help contain him because he can't control his ice. At least. Yes.
Yeah.
But kind of everyone in that world is like, how I mentioned that Xavier was technically a cop. He's a cop in a world where there are monsters you have to fight, so he's not like a crime fighter. He's like a literal monster fighter cop kind of deal. Yeah. And so is the main character technically. Oh. Yeah. Xavier's like your coworker, your partner.
Yeah, I wrote down Caleb, an alien. I don't know.
No, Caleb is not an alien. None of the boys are an alien except Xavier.
Yeah. He's like Superman.
No.
Why not? He looks like a human. He has superpowers, but he's an alien.
But he's not like Superman. Superman's ugly.
You cannot say that nowadays.
I actually don't even think they have a clear image of what Superman looks like.
Oh
I just see like
this guy has seen Superman 2025. Man.
I just see like I literally imagine like the old cartoons, like the square jaw, the little like twirly, like what is that called? Little twirly hair thing in his forehead, in the middle of his forehead, and then tiny little dot eyes. Didn't he have that in the
what?
In the show,
cartoon?
The old one, the old cartoon. That's how I imagine
about the human. Talking about the men.
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of one man who has been Superman.
Well, David Cornsweat is.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's insane. He's so good.
Do you like boys?
Yeah.
What's your type?
You should look up David Cornsweat. Oh my god, I wouldn't consider him my type.
David
I wouldn't consider white boys my type, but
like sweat from corn.
He has an unfortunate name, but that's his goddamn name. Is Cornsweat.
Oh, Cornsweat. Ugh. His eyes are really far apart. I mean, I guess he's I could see it. He's very like conventionally attractive, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I don't really like the twirl they did in this movie. That's like not really what I imagine the twirl being. I don't want like a curl in the front. I want like a straight up doink. Like a spiral taped to his head. That's what I want to see. Ooh, he looks cute here.
Dude, he's delicious.
What movie is this?
Maybe X.
You know what he looks like? He looks like someone who was born in like the 1930s.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I could imagine you probably would like him pre-Superman because he gained like 30 pounds.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. No, yeah, I can see it. But like, not my type.
But he's like a little theater boy at heart. He likes Star Wars a lot. Yeah, honestly, I feel like there's interviews and stuff and just him just being a dude that makes him super attractive. I don't know if I'm super attracted to Superman necessarily.
Yeah.
I also think the OG Superman, Christopher Reeve, similar way, where I feel like seeing him in interviews and stuff, I'm like, man. Actually, seeing him train to be Superman, that was kind of hot. Christopher
Reeve.
Shirtless, training for Superman.
Oh my god.
What?
What happened?
Oh, he got thrown off a horse.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the first image that came up, and I was like, yikes. Anyways, what were we talking about? What other questions do you have? What did the Superman want to do with anything? Oh, Xavier. Yeah, no, he's not like Superman.
Sounds very similar. I wrote down chessboard, but then I put a bunch of question marks after it because I was like, wait, what? Why did I write that down?
Chessboard.
I wrote down demon? Question mark? Is one of the LIs a demon? I think maybe that was one of my ideas for a 6th LI.
Well, okay, so I actually saw this thing recently, and I don't know enough about it, and I did not write any of the actual information down, so I'm probably going to be very wrong about this. But the latest myth, it was said that Silas had to do. There were like 6 different realms, and Silas was the demon realm, Caleb was the ghost realm, Xavier, I don't know, but basically they were saying that Valko was like the animal realm.
Yeah.
And that was the only one they were missing because like everything comes in 6s in the game, and then the demon one would be Silas as a vampire.
I'm thinking about their statement. I'm glad you read it verbatim because the Love in Deep Space, part of it is about the preservation of Chinese culture.
Yeah, so all of the Chinese holidays are celebrated in the game.
Oh, wow.
And like you can have them in traditional like Chinese garb.
Yeah.
Like some of their outfits, some of the memories have been in there. Like I have a whole memory where Xavier teaches you how to like sword fight in like traditional Chinese garments, and he has a little like updo, like a ponytail. Yeah. I probably used the wrong word for it, but yeah, like so even the new memory they released is they're in like traditional Chinese clothing.
And, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And then you said that some people were saying no 6th ally. No 6th ally.
Yeah. Like, some people only thought there should be 5. But I think again that's where the misinformation is, because was it the bots or was it actual people who were saying no 6th ally?
Because
there are literally like 6 proto cores. There are 6 proto cores in the game.
Okay.
And they're all a different color, and every color matches the character's eyes. And the last yellow one that wasn't out yet, which Falco had yellow eyes. Like everything comes in 6s in the game. Every spacing where they put 3 characters on top and 2 on the bottom, and then there's a space for a 6th one. There was always supposed to be a 6th one. And people have proved this time and time again. Like you can see Valko as early as in like I think it's like the 2nd chapter of the story. He's like in the background at a club. Like he's there, you know, like he's around.
And then I wrote supposed to be an experiment. Can I forget everything about the werewolf being an experiment?
It was speculation that he was an experiment, and then in combination with the Unit 731, I think people.
But then
it turned out to be in one of Xavier's stories. That was the world underneath, which isn't even like. There's the main story, and then there's the world underneath, which is just text that you read through about the allies.
Yeah.
And like stories that happen, it's not necessarily the same gameplay as the real story. It's just text.
Right. Oh, I got two more things.
Okay.
I introduced chess boxing by saying that it sounds exactly like it is. And then I thought about it and I was like, well, I guess there's a few different ways to interpret chess boxing.
Right.
So here's the ways I've thought of. Okay, you got chess space boxing, which is the chess boxing as we know it, the chess and then boxing, chess and then boxing. And then I feel like chess boxing, all one word, I feel like that's what you described in episode 1, where you are playing chess and boxing each other like at the same time, right? That's chess boxing.
Also, I think that would be so sick. It's like if I make my move in chess so fast that I have the remaining 1 minute and 59 seconds just to fucking wail on you. You know, like if it was 2 minutes each, right? 2 minutes each, and then I made my move in 1 second, and then the rest of the 1:59 time, I would just be wailing. Versus you would think so hard about your chess strategy. You would probably take like 1 minute and 45 seconds to do that move.
Realistically.
And then you'd only have 15 seconds to beat me up.
No.
Which is why I think I would win if that was the way to do it.
I think realistically the board is going to get knocked over. I just don't think that you could maintain a board game in between a chess.
But if it happened on your turn, it would
match.
be your fault. So then you'd be out and I'd win.
So you would have to...
Because remember, like I said in the last one, I'm bigger than you, stronger than you, faster than you, smarter than you, the GOAT. I think you're getting too into the logistics.
Depends on who goes first, though. What if I go first?
I just think you would spend so much time.
No, but what if you get to? What if you do the chess first? I get to wail on you first.
Oh, see, I was thinking like we get 2 minutes and we allocate the time. So like if I only spent 1 second moving my knight, and then I spent the remaining 1 minute and 59 seconds beating you up, if I had only a 2 minute stretch for my turn, and then you get 2 minutes, you would take 1 minute and 45 seconds just to decide where you were going, and then you'd only have 15 seconds.
I think you would get disqualified because I would make my move, and then you would keep wailing on me. I think that's how I would win, yeah. Okay, so anyway, that's chess boxing.
Okay.
And then you have chess dash boxing. Right?
Oh, they are different.
No, I'm making these up. I'm saying, what if chess boxing, and chess dash boxing were all different things? Because that's why I hesitated before saying, well, I guess there's different ways. Like the way you interpreted chess boxing, chess and boxing happening at the same time, basically, as opposed to alternate rounds, or what I developed for chess dash boxing, which is giant chessboard. Maybe that's why I wrote down chessboard. Giant chessboard with boxers on it, representing. This is like that.
This is Harry Potter.
Okay,
this is Harry Potter. Wait, no.
Yes.
This was a TikTok sound that went viral, so I did see that scene. Yes, but I do refuse to watch
the quotes. I don't know it like that.
Yeah, I don't know it like that either. But I do remember that was a TikTok sound for a while, and like it went viral. I did watch that.
Before.
Yeah, that one. And she's like, "You have to do it, Ron," or something. Or something. Or something.
Yeah, something like that. But yes, essentially that idea, but with a bunch of boxers.
Yeah.
So when they clash, they have to fight to see who wins.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Well, it makes me think, do you remember the chess in Star Wars? When Chewbacca played?
Oh, yes.
And then they were literally little monsters fighting.
Yeah.
Like it was like a hologram.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I'm trying to remember in what movie you see that again.
Well, I think you see it multiple times because I think they redid it in the new one because someone tried to play with Chewie and they were like, "Don't do that. Chewie always wins," or something.
Yeah. But I also feel like at one point they just bumped into it and it kind of comes to life again.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
I don't think so.
If it was as soon as it's Christmas time. As soon as
we have to do it
after Thanksgiving.
I'm not really a big Christmas person.
No, I know. But it honestly, it's about the Wookiees celebrating Life Day. So it's not even...
I like how
barely Christmas.
I feel like the first time you asked me if I watched the Star Wars Christmas special, I was like, is that the one where the Ewok humps the chef?
The what?
The Ewok humps the chef. There's like a guy in an Ewok costume and he's like just
Oh, you're
humping
talking about the
everyone and
Today
like
Show
doing the
segment.
dancing.
Yeah. Oh my god. That is so
That
funny.
was so funny. I love that one.
So yeah, that was just me pontificating on all the different ways that chess
Yeah.
boxing could be interpreted. Oh, okay. There was one little article that I found on chess boxing that I didn't mention. This is from the New Humanitarian, 2018, written by Swati Senyal Tarafdar. It says chess boxing offers a way out of poverty for young women in India. With more than 12,000 registered chess boxers, 35% are women. And they say
Wow.
normally it's like 90-10. Yeah. Obviously, this is, 8 years ago, so who knows if it's still a thing there, but pretty interesting, positive look at chess boxing. And then let me show you this. This blew my mind. I follow this page on Instagram called the Human Project. That's Humn, Human Project. They just do human stories, just videos about people from all over the world, and I feel like it's nice and not judgmental or exploitive. And wouldn't you know it, this is 1 week ago, so days after we record the podcast, they post a whole thing about chess boxing.
Oh wow.
Just days after we record the podcast, this page I follow shares this story about chess boxing from France.
Also, this guy's kind of a cutie.
It documents this guy who is in charge of the only chess boxing club in France right now, or maybe the only one in Paris. I don't know. I encourage everybody to go to the Human Project, HUMN, on Instagram, and at least check out this short little video.
That's pretty interesting too, that they show that like the first thing in, and he's like, oh, you're dizzy, everything's blurry because you just got fucking hit in the head a bunch of times.
That's what made me want to talk about, like, take a moment to like appreciate, like, well, what makes it different from around the house chess that Alan Turing created, where you're just like running around the house, or even I thought the only real comparison you can make sports wise is hockey.
No.
Yes, it is the only sport that is interrupted with boxing matches.
It's not boxing.
There's no kicking. There's no jiu-jitsu or wrestling. It's boxing. It's
hands.
But
you still can get a flag if you fucking fight someone. You're not supposed to be fighting someone.
But the referees just kind of stand there and let it happen.
No, they're trying to stop it. The only time I feel like
I've never seen hockey referees try to stop it. You just kind of circle them and wait for somebody to go down.
My favorite thing is when you're at a hockey game and you watch a guy get like slammed against the glass and the other guy's just like really pushing against him. That's my favorite.
One interesting thing he says in the video is that chess boxing is a chess game that is interrupted every few minutes with
boxing.
Yeah. And so I was like, that's probably how all chess boxers kind of view it.
Yeah.
I think they take more pride in beating them on the chessboard.
Yes.
I didn't know if chess boxing was dead or whatever, but
it looks like it's still.
Apparently it's still kicking.
That's kind of cool.
He's got the only club there, but there's definitely a lot of people there, and I think even recreationally, using amateur headgear and stuff like that. I think it's a way to. It's interesting because you're working out your brain and you're also getting hit in it.
Well, it makes me think like too, like, when you like black out when you're drinking or something, and then like the next day you like forget even parts of like before you were even drinking.
Yes.
Just because like the drinking fucks up your brain so much. I wonder if it's like that.
Yeah.
Where like you're boxing and then you play chess and then you probably don't even really remember what's going on when you're playing chess.
Yeah.
Or like after the fight, they're just like, I have to even catch up on what's going on in this board.
Oh, yeah. Because all the strategy you're thinking of during the boxing, you have to put that aside, then look at the board, which you might not even remember.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. it's just so funny. I was like, if there's ever any updates, and then I got that on my feed, and it wasn't like
they're listening.
People say that.
Well, Instagram scares the fuck out of me because you know how I have a burner account on Instagram. You know that. Like I don't follow anyone I know. Like there's no connection to me and any of my friends. Like nothing. And on that account, one night I went to a party with people I've never hung out with before. And for some reason, after that party, all of them were like suggested in my fucking like followed accounts.
Oh wow.
And I was like, how the fuck did it get this information?
Yeah.
Was it just being next to a person? Because that was like the first time I had hung out with a lot of those people. And then they were all suggested in my account. My account does not have any connection to my personal life. I was like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
That's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah. But I don't think that's what this was. Like,
I'm just saying.
No, I know, but like I've honestly never really experienced like, oh, my phone's listening to me sort of thing. I feel like if anything, it's always just like something that I've Googled or something that I've like put in my phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, or something I bought recently or whatever. But this was like that's why I kind of explained the Instagram page, because it's something I follow.
Yeah,
you know, it's not like it was like, oh, you might like this. No, it's like, no, I follow this page to see stories like this, and the fact that this story,
that's real,
and it's not from 2018. This is a week ago.
Yeah,
there's a chess boxing club in France.
Pretty wild.
So, yeah, such a weird coincidence. And then one final thing.
Okay, we're only at an hour. So
we'll probably just do your topic today. Which
really?
I think is perfect. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I can do that.
I think so. Yeah,
I can do that. You're gonna love this topic. I know for a fact. I think it's something you might be interested in yourself. Actually.
Oh,
just kidding.
Oh, okay.
It's the opposite of that.
Now this is a throwback to episode 1, and specifically the social clip. I think my mom at least listened to that. After I posted that social clip, she texted me this. When Jim and I worked at Microwage, that was my stepdad, my adopted dad. And they worked at this, they were doing IT at a company called Microwage in the 90s.
Okay.
There was a one-eyed woman who worked in the food court area. And her husband was fishing, threw back his line to throw it into the water, and the hook caught her in the eyeball.
You don't think you've heard that story before as a kid?
I'm almost 100% sure that I have.
That's probably why.
And that's why it comes to mind every time I think of a fishing hook.
Oh, you know what? I have a callback to the first episode as well. My cousin listened to it, and then she said that the 1,000 Ways to Die episode that stuck in her head was the one where someone shaved with a rusty razor and then got an infection and died from it.
I mean, of all the ones we've discussed so far, that one sounds
realistic.
Plausible.
That's the same as like when someone wears like a pad too long and then they get like, what is it, like shock, like septic shock or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you can like get sick from like because pads you're only supposed to wear like 5 to 6 hours. Tampons, I think it's like 4 hours or something like that. If you wear them longer, you can seriously like fuck up your body.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder how they made it ridiculous though.
Oh god.
Because like the story itself, it's like, well,
that's plausible. Yeah,
she was probably like a wild party girl or something.
Yeah, she gets home, she jumps in the shower, and she's like all naked, and then she's just So, first thing I would like to say is that I sent you the M&M quiz just because I wanted your answer, not actually because it was for the
podcast. What the hell?
I'm just trying to find your best friend duo. Like, I thought we might be the red and yellow M&M because I got yellow. Then when you took the quiz, you got orange. I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did just use the podcast as an excuse to get you to do the quiz.
Oh, did you not think I was going to do it?
No. I thought you were like, fuck this.
Oh, I like little things like that.
And then I saw that meme and I thought it was really funny too.
like the M&Ms too, but then I always think about the Mars company being Zionist.
I mean, the orange one was
sad.
pretty right on for you, the little description it
was
gave.
pretty weird.
It was pretty weird because he is really afraid of getting eaten, but I do think the thoroughness of his, like, personality type is very you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, where do we start? So today I'll be talking about the Craigslist guy who ate that guy's dick.
Whoa! We can steal each other's topics?
Well, you did mention it, and I was like, it would be so funny if we accidentally did the same one. I thought you were gonna do it on this one, so I was like, this would be awesome if we could like co-tell the story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's why I was also trying to throw you off the M&M thing.
I obviously have it written down as a possible thing.
I thought you were going to do it today. I was so excited that we were going to come in with the same topic, so I tried to throw you off with the M&M thing too.
Oh, wait, wow.
I really thought you were this, and it looks like you did not.
Well, because I figured there'd be so much follow-up. I was like, and if I needed a topic, I would just do a quick one that I could just...
Yeah.
I didn't need to research that much. But
also, was that a steal? You mentioned him.
No, it wasn't a steal because I never told you that I wrote that down as a future topic.
Or even that you really even knew that much about him. You were just like, there was a guy who ate another guy's dick.
Well, I mean, I knew enough. Well, I'll let you tell the story. I'm excited to hear it from in your words.
All right. So, I'm going to start with a little bit of his upbringing. But I can give you like a summary of the story first. So, Armen Meiwes, something like that, killed and ate burned Jurgen Brands, in 2000 or 2001. So, Armen was a mama's boy.
That's a classic. Well, I don't know. Do you think that's a recipe for murder? Or
well, his mom, multiple exes and the ex-husbands of the mom had cited mental cruelty for the reason of divorcing the mom.
Mental cruelty from her?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he was a mama's boy. He went into the army as an adult. He lived with his mom while he was in the army, so he would like commute from like, I don't know if they're reserves in Germany or whatever. He wasn't allowed to have girlfriends in school, his mom said. In 1985, he once got engaged, but the woman had said that he was too close to his mom. He was born in 1961, by the way, so he was 24 when that happened. He often complained that after his dad left, his family fell apart. He didn't get along well with his brothers. Yeah, and then 1986, he started a computer store. That was the goal, was to start a computer store with his family. He was called helpful in the community. And it wasn't until 2000 when he started taking action with the cannibalism. But he said that his desire for cannibalism started in adolescence. He spent summers in Worcesterfield.
Massachusetts?
Worcesterfield.
Oh, okay.
Worcesterfield.
Yeah, that sounds more German.
Well, you know when the U's got a little two dots above it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly. I think it's like Wust. Because Jurgen is the two dots above the U. All right. So in Worcesterfeld, during adolescence, his neighbors would slaughter meat, cattle, poultry, hogs, deer. He said he was obsessed with Hansel and Gretel. You know which fairy tale story that is, right?
Yes, I'm just processing that.
Yeah. Also, Robinson Crusoe, but a particular character who wanted to show reverence for a fellow tribe member by eating their remains.
Oh, is that a true story?
No, Robinson Crusoe.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's it's kind of like a fairy tale kind of vibe. It's like what was the archer guy who used to steal from the rich and give to the poor?
Robin Hood.
Yeah, kind of like that vibe, I think, where it's like kind of legend.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like true.
You see that Hollywood is releasing a movie called The Death of Robin Hood, and the tagline is "He was no hero."
Oh God.
Yeah, starring
the rich
Hugh
deserve
Jackman.
Justice.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy to try to character assassinate a fictional character.
all through his life, yeah, he was a mama's boy. It said people would say that his mom would come with him on dates and work trips, and he didn't know that that wasn't normal because he thought everybody did that. She was known to be a manipulative misandrist, so basically hated men.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I would.
She was like one of those moms who I think like trained her kid to think that he was like the man of the house and that was he was like the only one she would ever love kind of vibe. You've seen that dynamic before, right?
Boy, mom.
Yeah, boy mom. Then in 1999 the mom died.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And our good Armen I still don't know how to say his last name, Meiwes. He came out as bi. Well, it didn't come out. There wasn't
What?
really a lot of people to come out to, but
Bicon?
he said he was bi, right? As mom had died, and then he said he only had a cannibal tendency for men specifically.
That sounds like a sad gay song. So I'm trying to remember what you said. My mama died. I came out as bi.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So he didn't come out, but he
Well,
was.
I don't think he really had he was a kind of a loner. His mom was really the only one he hung out with. So,
Right.
like he helped out in the community and stuff. He wanted to like create a computer store, but again, like he did not. I don't think he was really close to anyone but his mom, and that was partially because the mom was manipulative and like very like controlling.
Right. But also, who was describing it as a misandrist? I want to know that one too.
That's what Wikipedia said specifically.
Like, I want to know, like, was she really nice to women, or
no? There was a whole side story about the mom and about like her multiple divorces and like the men saying that she was like manipulative and fucking cruel and all that fun stuff. But I didn't want to get too much into that because I think the murder is the juicy part.
Well, I mean, in like a Bates Motel way, it's like learning about his mom is really interesting because, I mean, I don't know what happened to his dad. Like, his dad deserves some blame too, but
I think his dad left.
I know, but that's so fucked up to be like, oh, this isn't working, so I'm gonna just abandon my kid.
People
Especially, of course, yeah, but especially if she's this psycho. Like, he's equally as responsible as her for how he seemed to have turned out.
Yeah, well, it also seems like he wasn't close to his mom until everybody left. That's what it feels like. From what I read, it seemed like he didn't form such a strong connection with his mom until the dad left.
Yeah, she probably drove everyone away until he was the only one left for her.
And then she just was like, "You're mine. You're my little boy. You're my little boy. I'm gonna love you so hard that you eat other people."
He didn't say he was bisexual, but he said that he
came out as
long. Oh, he did.
Oh no, he didn't come out. There was no one to come out to. I think is the thing. Like he didn't really have a lot of people in his life.
Was he? Was he?
No, this is like a lot of this is recollection. You know, like when after he was arrested, where he'd be like, "I was bi, but I only wanted to eat men." Yeah. So because I don't think there was a lot of narrative around his life because nobody was really close to him besides his mom, and then she died. Because she died in 1999, and then the first not Craigslist post, but the first post he made was in 2000, which was, "I am looking for a young, well-built man aged 18 to 30 to slaughter."
And this website is for...
It was called Nullo, Nullo, and then it was in the Cannibal Cafe section.
Okay, well, this Cannibal Cafe section...
But also, several men had responded.
Right. So
Several men responded to the ad and backed out. One man, Borg Jose, laid out on the table, was ready to be butchered, felt ill and asked to leave, and he let him. Meiwes let him leave. I wrote here Meiwes was like this, and then I drew a little shruggy guy.
Well, okay. When that guy left? Oh.
Then on Valentine's Day, actually, the 14th of February 2001, a 43-year-old bisexual engineer, Jurgen Brandes, suggested to use his skull as an ashtray. and said he would be willing to come by.
He went to school to become an engineer.
So he went to his house. He took sleeping pills, cough medicine, and schnapps. So like kind of a cocktail of sorts. Meiwes then amputated his penis.
Okay, wait. Is there anything in between? I want to use your school as an ashtray and cutting off his penis.
They were just
Yeah,
chatting.
they probably just decided that.
Well, he said that in his response. He was like, "You can even use my skull as an ashtray after you kill me."
Oh.
After you slaughter me, yeah. He was suggesting it. He was like making suggestions.
That's sad.
I know. Meiwes then amputated his penis so they could eat it together.
And Armen is not. He's not a surgeon. He's not a butcher.
Nope. And they didn't do anything to heal it. So he was like slowly bleeding out while this was happening. So Brandon said it was too chewy after he took a piece off of the penis so he could eat it. So Meiwes fried it.
That's whose penis it was.
Yes.
And he's bleeding out, and he's like, "This is too chewy."
Yes, correct. Meiwes fried it with garlic and pepper, but burned it, so neither consumed it.
Oh my god, he should be arrested just for that.
Neither ended up consuming it. Yeah, so it just was burned, and they didn't end up eating it. So he started bleeding out, and he was getting uncomfortable. Brandes then lay bleeding over the bathtub for 3 hours while Meiwes read a Star Trek book. 10 hours later, Brandes was still bleeding out. So Meiwes stabbed him multiple times in the neck to put him out of his misery. So that was after 10 hours that he was bleeding out from his penis wound.
What was he?
Apparently, there was a direct quote that I actually didn't even want to put in here because I didn't want to say it. But Meiwes was saying that he was enjoying the torture of bleeding out, so he didn't even want to put him out of his misery, but felt that he had to at a certain point. But he said that my friend enjoyed this. He enjoyed it, and he wanted this to be like this. And they had videotaped this whole thing, by the way. So this is all on videotape that they ended up using in the case later.
No.
Yes. Yes. It was all videotaped.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So after he had put him out of his misery, Meiwes hung Brandes by a meat hook, kind of like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Remember that? I do.
Ugh. Yeah.
And then he would cut the flesh meat pieces. He cut them into pieces that were manageable, and then ground the bones into flour. He ate the body over the next 6 months.
Now, flour is not bones, typically.
Typically, no.
So, when he says flour,
you can grind. Yeah, you can grind bones to make like a powder.
But what could it be used as flour?
I mean, I don't know the logistics. I mean, gelatin is made out of like animal hooves and stuff.
Right. How did he preserve the body for 6 months?
Well, you could put meat in the freezer for a really long time. My grandma used to put fish in the freezer for like years. Nobody found out about this for quite a bit. So it wasn't until November 2002 that Armen started to get a little hungry again. In November 2002, he made like a part 2 ad basically that said the same thing.
I'm sorry, but this Cannibal Cafe, it's just got a lot of people like role playing and stuff, and
yeah, I would assume so.
Or is he just one of many?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I've heard of people trying to defend cannibalism before.
I mean, I've heard, I've understood. Like, I've heard it in like a kinky way, like, oh, I want to be eaten, or I want to just eat somebody. But like, yeah, it obviously would not be literal, and that's what I imagine most people.
Where you're
in the
like,
Cannibal
you're scrumptious,
Cafe.
you're yummy, I want to eat you up. That's completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like literally, like role playing that you're eating someone.
Yeah,
like that's a kink.
Like that. Yes, and yeah, in a kinky way. And I would imagine most people in the Cannibal Cafe, that's what they're doing.
Right.
They're not actually trying to.
That's probably why a lot of people backed out, right?
Am I interrupting your story if I go on a tangent?
No,
okay.
go on a tangent.
Because this reminds me, I mentioned in the first episode, Catching Killers on Netflix. Mm-hmm. There's a two-parter where the end of the first episode, these gay men were being found dead. They find this guy who is posting on some sort of cannibal cafe.
Yeah.
I don't think the same one, because this is in America, or maybe this was in Canada, because the Swiss police end up calling Canada and being like, hey, we got an alert that this guy online is he was talking to people in Switzerland about the same exact thing.
Yeah.
About, I want to eat you, and people coming to him, and a bunch of people coming to him, and some people backing out, and eventually, like, they found he had a bunch of CSAM, child sex abuse material. Mm-hmm. He worked at this hockey rink and was putting cameras in locker rooms and shit. So they convicted him for that, for all the dirty shit he had, perverted shit he had. But he was not the murderer.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was doing all this talking, and he kept claiming, I've never actually eaten anybody, and they didn't have any evidence that he did, but they did.
Well, honestly, in my opinion, people who have child porn can die. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I have no problem with him getting in trouble for something like that. I guess the only problem I have would be
the real killer.
The real killer is still out there, yeah.
No, the second episode, they
found him.
I think so, yeah.
That's good.
Spoiler alert. Having it on camera blows my mind, because I'm thinking that we're going off of what he said,
No.
But
I get more into the case later, too.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so in November of 2002, he posted a part 2, and an Austrian student, ended up reporting it to the authorities.
Funny. Yeah. Different countries' authorities are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but this is over a year after the first guy fucking got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, February 2001 to November 2002.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
On the 11th of December 2002, the cops had raided and searched his home. They found the video, and they found 15 pounds of flesh under some pizza boxes in his fridge.
Where's those 15 pounds of flesh coming from 2 years later? He just still had that?
I guess it just said that they found 15 pounds of flesh under pizza boxes in his fridge. So maybe that was like the last of the meat that he was putting in the fridge instead of the freezer. Like that was like all he had left. Because he had posted the ad in November 2002, and then the police raided his house in December of 2002.
He's posting this ad with 15 pounds of flesh still left?
Yes. Also, they had found, when they continued searching his computer, was many images of torture and torture porn, and they didn't find that till July 2003, and that's when he was charged for murder. So they were having trouble charging him for murder because Brandes had willingly accepted this invitation.
Right.
On the 30th of January 2004, he was convicted of manslaughter and only 8 years in prison. The argument was that Brandes had voluntarily taken part and was fully aware of what Meiwes was doing, his intentions. German lawyers actually had found during this case that cannibalism was legal in Germany at the time.
Huh.
And they had a hard time finding grounds for making it a murder case. So that's why he only got charged with manslaughter and 8 years in prison. And the only way they were able to get the fucking murder charge as manslaughter was the grounds were that it was for sexual pleasure while, quote unquote, disturbing peace of the dead. That is how they ended up getting the manslaughter conviction, because they were having so much trouble just trying to create a case against him.
Did they have evidence of sexual pleasure?
The video, like he was clearly into it.
Huh.
Yeah. In April of 2005, it went back to German court for a retrial. And it wasn't until the 12th of January 2006 that they had actually convicted him of murder. They put him life in prison. They sentenced him to life in prison because they claimed that Brandes was not capable of making decisions because he was amputated, so he lost his penis, was bleeding out, was on drugs and alcohol, so he wasn't able to fully consent. That's the only way they were able to
thank you.
convict him of
Jesus
murder.
Christ.
But yeah, that was fucking 5 years later, dude.
What's the sexual? Was he jerking off? Or something? Or was he just going,
Well, I mean, I think just starting with the penis, it's sexual, right?
Valid.
Amputating the penis. They found the torture porn, which I assume they linked to.
Torture porn being him torturing people?
No. On his computer, they found like years of like torture porn and like all
real
that kind
torture
of stuff.
porn.
Yeah.
Like not like Saw 2, but like.
No, like torture, like real torture porn.
But man, thank God, you were scaring me because I'm like, like he got drugged first off, and then the dick being cut off is a whole other thing of like.
Well, when you were talking about chess boxing and you're like, these guys get hit in the head and then they can't even look at the board, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy got his dick chopped off, and he's like, yeah, go ahead, kill me, I'm ready to go, and
that's on the video.
Everything's on video.
This guy have a family who came forward and was like,
didn't look into it.
Damn, we don't know about the killer. We don't know anything about
I care more about the killer.
Why?
Because why the fuck is he doing that weird shit?
There's no answer.
Ooh, I also have a later life update. You want to hear his later life update?
He's still in prison, hopefully.
So life in prison, he has rejected numerous movie offers to bring his story to the big screen. He's now a vegetarian. He believes in Green Party politics.
Come on.
And in October of 2007, he helped investigators link. So basically, there were 2 young boys found mutilated and murdered and suspected of cannibalism.
Yeah.
And that was in 1998 and 2000. And Armen helped give a cannibal perspective in 2007 on the case and then helped investigators find out who was responsible, which is pretty crazy.
That's also literally Silence of the Lambs.
I know. Honestly, through this story, I was like, wow, this is really giving Hannibal Lecter. And then I wondered, like, I was like, well, if Silence of the Lambs didn't come out when it did, I would have said they were totally linked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was way before 2001, right?
Yeah. I think it was the 90s.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder if he saw.
Skin as it gets those again.
Assisted suicide is one thing. When you've got some terminal illness or you're really old.
I actually hate that that's illegal.
Oh, yeah.
I think people who are suffering should be allowed to choose an easier way out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what are you really living for if you're living in a hospital bed for like fucking years? You know?
Yeah, that's something I'm totally for. But then taking advantage of a depressed person.
Also, it was Valentine's Day, which makes me think that this person was probably just like trying to find connection and like maybe had an inkling.
That's why I'm worried about the cannibalism kink of it all. It's like, oh yeah, you can eat me, and then you drug him up and cut off his dick. It's like, yeah, that's not consent.
I thought it was really funny. So also I did get most of this information from crimeinvestigationco.uk. And then also I did get some of the side stuff from Wikipedia. The source that I had read literally said Vicks cough medicine. And I was like, ooh, product placement. I thought it was really weird that they called out that it was Vicks cough medicine.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's so random.
Yeah,
why
Vicks
would you put that in?
Like, come on.
Vicks was like, hell yeah.
No.
Spread the word.
Oh, hell no.
It's sad how he only got 8 years at first. Because if you find torture porn on someone's computer, I feel like...
I don't know how it is in Germany, but somebody was... I saw this terrible video of this guy hitting this woman with a bat at a McDonald's, hitting one of the workers. Luckily...
Where was this?
This is in America.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was recent. I think he was just charged with like aggravated assault or something, and not attempted murder. A lot of comments were saying he should be attempted murder. He hits her in the head with a baseball bat. But I read that often they will first throw the easiest charges they can at you, and then as they work through the case, they can tack on heavier charges.
Just to like keep them.
Yeah. That sounds like sort of what happened there. Is that like?
I think as soon as they found out that cannibalism was legal, they were like, "Fuck, we gotta stick them with something."
Yeah.
Shit.
Search his computer. A serial killer in the internet age. The fact that in the 80s, like his family was into computers. What would he have done if he was in the 70s or whatever? Would he have just cruised bars or? Oh, I was gonna say that he would have to live his life without his dick, but it seems like a very easily survivable. Take him to the hospital.
I mean, the idea that he tried to eat his dick, I also was like, what the fuck is going on? Because he had to be like eating his dick as he's bleeding out and then chose to go over the bathtub because he was still bleeding out. And then 3 hours of bleeding over the bathtub while the guy's reading the book. And then 10 hours later, the guy's like, okay, I'll put you out of your misery.
Yeah. He wanted to eat all of them. He wasn't going to. I guess that was what they agreed on online.
I mean, the post being, I am looking for a young, well-built man aged 18 to 30 to slaughter.
And he replied, you can use my skull as an ashtray.
Yeah, he suggested...
Did he end up doing that?
I don't know. I think he used it to make flour.
You think he made bread with that flour?
I don't know, man.
He's really a vegetarian, or does he just say that? Like, oh.
I think that he probably, if someone were to get in a fight on the yard, I think he's a vegetarian. But then after the fight gets taken off the yard, he runs up to the area and goes and drinks all the blood.
Like,
he slurps it. He carries a straw at all times, and he's like. I think he's like, yeah, I'm a vegetarian. And then while everyone's like fucking focused on the fight, he's like sitting there like, he's like, yeah, stab him.
Well, what's your lesson from that story?
Don't respond to things on Craigslist.
Really?
Don't get your dick cut off.
I think, well, yeah. I mean,
unless if you want to do that in a safe procedure that you consent to completely and go to a certified doctor for.
Yeah, I guess if anybody is listening and they want to get eaten and they're feeling serious about that, please go seek help because you deserve better than that.
Yeah, also there are safe gender affirming surgeries if that's your case.
I mean, that's a really interesting...
Well, I thought of it when I said it where I was like, okay, like if you're going to cut your dick off. And then I was like, wait, there are people who cut their dicks off. And then I was like, okay, we'll just do it in a safe way. Don't do it with some random guy who also wants to eat you.
But the fact that that's where they started is crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we're going to share something
together. But it was
together.
on a Cannibal Cafe, you know? Well, so, like, I don't think it was like a gender thing for him. I mean, maybe he said in some crazy manifested way.
Yeah, because he said he only wanted to eat men, and then he starts with a dick. Not that dicks are exclusive to men, but
yeah,
that's where he started.
I don't know, man.
Only do kinky roleplay with people you trust, first off, not people you meet online. Secondly, if you're super depressed to that point that you want to be slaughtered, please know that
help exists.
Yes, and that you can do that in a kinky roleplay way with somebody you love one day, but yeah, you gotta survive to tomorrow.
Be safe, please.
Yeah.
Also, so we're running out of time. We've been running out of time.
Yeah.
So I think we should wrap it up. But also, I would like to say, go see what your M&M is. Go see what color M&M you are, because I'm yellow apparently.
Oh my God, okay.
Which is why I thought Chaz would get red. I was like, that's gonna be so perfect. This is gonna be our duo. But then Chaz got orange and messed everything up. So now I got to find another quiz and be like, can you take this for podcast reasons? And then not actually use it on the podcast.
I'm trying to remember what website. Oh, I can find it right here.
Yeah.
That's the text.
It was actually a pretty thorough quiz.
There was one question where I was like, I have no fucking clue.
Oh. Yeah. There were some crazy questions. I remember one being like, "What talk show hosts are you most close to?" And I didn't know any of them except Drew Carey, so I just picked him.
Oh yeah, that's your answer. I'm trying to remember who I picked there. But yeah,
Probably
there's
Bob
one where I
Barker.
was like, I don't know any of these. Oh, wait,
He wasn't on there. I'm just kidding.
which M&M are you? This is zoo.com. So you can probably Google which M&M are you, zoo. It'll probably take you there. Tiff said they don't know any of these names, okay?
Okay.
So Pat Sajak, that's okay not to know. He's on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh no, I know him.
Yeah.
Oh, also I knew the Jeopardy
He's
guy.
also a Republican, so. Oh, Alex Trebek. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Wayne Brady. He's on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Now he does Let's Make a Deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mitch really likes Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Yeah.
Wayne Brady's which one?
The black one. He's on the
Is he
Chappelle
like
Show.
kind of heavy set?
No. Oh my god.
I can't remember what he looks like.
He was winner of The Masked Singer.
I think the only guy I remember on who's oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I think the only guy I remember from Whose Line Is It Anyways is the guy who's like really tall with curly hair.
Ryan Stiles.
I don't
his
know.
name. Colin Mockery.
Why? Who did you pick for that? Him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like the options were pretty limited, honestly.
Well, that was hard because
Like
I'm not as
many
talented as
hosts.
Wayne Brady,
But also I feel like there could have been so many hosts that like varied more in personality, but they chose like
yeah,
Alex
game show
Trebek
hosts are
and
pretty.
fucking
you're kind of just picking your favorite show.
I
almost.
guess.
Dude, it was tough to choose which superhero I like the most between Batman and Superman.
Really? That one was. Wait, what are the options?
Wonder Woman?
No.
I love women. I've never thought Wonder Woman was cool.
No.
Batman?
No.
Wolverine?
Oh yeah, that's
Superman.
what I picked. That's the only one I liked on that list.
It's a good pick. Yeah, I definitely like him, but yeah, I wouldn't put him
Oh,
above Superman.
Wolverine is a good one. I feel like everyone else on that list sucks. Everyone else is DC.
So, oh my god, we got a DC hater over here who hasn't even seen Superman 2025.
I know when I was playing Injustice with Sydney, I didn't know any of the fucking characters.
Oh my god.
Spider-Man.
Okay, the one that I was like, I don't fucking know. Which character from the Big Bang Theory are you most like?
I picked Sheldon because he's gay in real life.
I mean, you just have to pick which
I wasn't
one.
going to be Leonard. Leonard's annoying. I'm pretty sure I remember him being annoying. Penny is the one that Leonard falls in love with. And she's just like a hot girl who's dumb. And then who was the other one?
So I picked the right one.
Who was the other one?
Bernadette.
I think that's Sheldon's girlfriend.
No clue. What time is it?
We're at 2 hours.
What time is it?
6:46.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay, that was episode 3 of our pod. We'll have new topics next week.
That's what you said last time.
I mean, I did have new stuff to talk about, and I do. Like I said, I have a list of topics I can cross off.
Yeah.
The Craigslist penis eater now. It's when you hear the full story, it's harder to boil it down to just that because it's.
I wrote down your exact
suicidal
quote,
man,
which was Craigslist guy who ate that guy's dick. Remember when I tried to go back to the M&M so we can end on a light note?
Yeah.
And then we ended up back here.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, maybe I'll cut all this out, but it does make me think of the Epstein files too, because it's just like, I don't know, when people are like, oh, they're eating babies too. It's just like, I don't know, like once you're involved in sex trafficking, I'm not surprised by like
No, I have this whole idea that rich people, like when you're rich, you can do so much more, and I think you can get by with a lot of laws. Like, for example, if you're rich, you can park in the red and not give a fuck because you're going to get an $80 ticket and who cares? Because you'll just pay it.
So it's just because they
and
can.
And then I think that there's a lot of things that they can do. And I think once you get to a certain amount of like equity or a certain level of rich, you run out of new things to do. And I think you start to turn to things that are illegal
and
think you're going to get by with it like other things you've gotten by with.
Yeah.
And it's like, how many times do we hear about celebrities like drinking and driving and then like just getting
Oh
a
my
slap on the
God.
wrist? And
You
then
don't know who LaMelo Ball is, but he's known for terrorizing. He just got traded from Charlotte, but he was terrorizing the city of Charlotte 'cause people knew if he was driving around to stay off the streets. The only thing that does make me believe it, I mean, I like your reason right there too, but also it's a fact that the British, there are mummies missing from their tombs because the British would import them and then have these
eat
little
them like
mummy
jerky.
eating parties. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh yeah, the rich have just been doing this for a long time.
Yeah,
Just because they can. That motivation, just because they can, like,
yeah.
that is crazy.
Well, I think it starts with something like a parking ticket, right? Like
Yeah.
it slowly develops where they're like, oh, I could just pay this fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I could just pay this off. Oh, I
Yeah.
could just pay this person not to tell this other person something.
Yeah.
And then it like slowly escalates to the point where you're like doing really dark shit
Yeah.
and you don't really realize the moral dilemma in it anymore because morals apply to the people who are poor.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Zoo.com. Which M&M are you?
Also, it's cute because today Chaz is wearing red.
Oh yeah.
And should be the red M&M. For some reason, is the orange one.
Yeah. Tiff has been trying to find our equivalent famous duo.
Yeah. I mean, the first answer you gave me was Beavis and Butthead, and then you changed to SpongeBob and Patrick, which I don't know. I don't think either of those really like relate to our character types.
Follow us on Instagram for updates on new episodes.
YouTube,
subscribe
Spotify,
on YouTube or wherever
you listen to your
podcasts.
podcast. You're welcome. Tyler, if you're listening, you're fucking welcome.
Stay tuned for next week. New topics. Same old DNC.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.